Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, coming back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, see, folks, sampler video series videos I've been doing for the 1 hour. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm gonna talk about stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie, I'm so happy this is my last review. This will be review number 5 for today, so I'm full of all kinds of, wonderful meats and cheeses and sauces and all kinds of things, and my body is like, just stop it, just go lay down. Actually, I'm not too bad right now, but I'm definitely ready to be done for the day. Don't say that this doesn't ever take any effort, folks. It definitely does. It's just not a lot of effort. But anyway, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it. I'm going to talk about my shirt. If I have a ring on, I'll talk about my ring or my bracelet. I don't have a ring or a bracelet on, but, you know, that's the thing. Sometimes I do, and sometimes that's the thing. Sometimes I adjust the camera mid-video, because I'm unprofessional like that. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I am wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear a super cool shirt, I like to highlight super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Steel Dawn shirt, which, if you're unfamiliar, it is a Patrick Swayze vehicle. By vehicle, I mean movie. If you're not familiar with the terminology. They say like a douchebag. But yes, I think it's either from like the late 80s or early 90s, I want to say. It's kind of hard to tell because like it's like in a dystopian future type setting and everything. It's like all out in the desert and shit. So I can't be like, oh, well, this. But it's like, I think it's either late 80s or early 90s. I like this movie a lot. I think it's very underrated. I don't feel like enough people love this movie the way it deserves to be loved. I like this movie. I'm throwing it out there. I like this movie more than I like Roadhouse. And I do enjoy Roadhouse. I mean, Roadhouse is great. It's got a great cast. Patrick Swayze kicking ass. But this has Patrick Swayze kicking ass with a sword. Yeah! I love this movie. Anyway, what am I trying for y'all today, folks? What are we doing? Well, I actually got these from my doctor's office because, folks, we're trying, boom, Popchips, but specifically, they're Popchips Ridges Tangy Barbecue version. Never fried, always real. It's got a little backstory. Authentic barbecue flavor that won't stick to your ribs. These sweet and smoky chips aren't right off the grill, but they taste like they are. Ridges pack the irresistible taste of true barbecue with no grease left on your fingers. No moist towelette required. I actually have a towelette in here anyway. Pop to perfection. Many chip years ago, that like dog years, mean that this is like 800 years ago? I don't know. We turned the potato chip world upside down. We chose to heat and pressure instead of grease and deep fryer to create the original pop. The rest is delicious history, so grab a bag and enjoy without the snacrifice. You're going to lose points just for calling it snacrifice. I'm going to let you know right now. I've had Pop Chips before. They used to have them at the gas station I worked at, but only for a little while, and then they changed them out for something else, and we never got them back. But yeah, like, they're famous because, like, they're not, like, fried or anything like that. It's, like, heat and pressure and stuff, so they're intended to be a healthier alternative, which is, you know, probably why my doctor's office had them available. So I had to go to my doctor. I had to go to the clinic because I had a work-related injury, nothing bad, but the company was like, you need to get checked out and also pee in this cup to make sure you weren't on drugs at the time. I overextended my knee. It's not like I went over there and slammed a forklift into somebody and fell off and cracked my head on the ground. God damn. But anyway. And yeah, so I had to go through the whole thing, and afterwards they're like, no, make sure you take a drink or a snack. And I was like, okay. Snack taken. Let's try a thing. Why did it have an open thing like that? I feel like that was unnecessary when you could just do this, and that's how bags of potato chips are supposed to open. One thing I'm going to mention right now. Jesus. Here's the bag. Look at the bag. It's not quite as big as my head. I got a big head, but it's, you know, here's the bag. That is how many fucking Pop Chips you get. No wonder these damn things are supposed to be healthy for you. They barely exist. When do we stop the madness, folks? Right now we got an actor's strike going on, a writer's strike going on in America. you know, fighting against Hollywood, being bullshit Hollywood. Fuck all the Hollywood executive bullshit, too, by the way. I hope they fucking get taken for goddamn everything. But when are we, as a people, going to strike out against the bullshit that is the potato chip industry and their nonsense? Here's one of their chips. Back when I used to have them, they didn't have ridges. Yep. That's the texture I remember. Ridges or not. They basically, the texture of Popchips, if you've never had them, they're like somewhere in between popcorn and potato chip. Or, it's kind of like a rice cake. Seriously. Their texture is very similar to a rice cake. It's a little bit crunchier, obviously, but, yeah, I forgot just how much of a rice cake they taste like. They do have a good crunch, though. I'll give them that. Flavor-wise, punchy flavor. The barbecue flavor, I'm actually going to give them a fair amount of credit for. It's a little sweet, but it's got more of a smoky tanginess. And I personally like that more than just a straight sweet barbecue sauce. They definitely got a good barbecue sauce for it. That's not bad. It'd be great if there were more than like 7 of them. Yeah, man. Seriously. I think flavor-wise, these are actually definitely not my favorite barbecue potato chips, but I would say, you know, they're in the conversation for like top 10. I'd say top 10. Because I really do I like the smoky barbecue flavor that they got for it. I think they did a really good job in choosing that. And I think that they made the right decision because they know that they're a weird texture even though they're not fried and they're healthy or what, you know, whatever. And folks, if you're ever looking into this stuff, please do your own research. Don't take this stuff as healthy. Just, you know, look into it. Figure out what's going to work for you. But I think that in realizing that, like, yeah, maybe their, you know, the texture and everything is going to be different from your standard potato chips, I think they went out of their way probably to go over there and find a good barbecue sauce that would help them stand out. And I think they did because they're really flavorful. Barbecue sauce tastes nice. Got a little dimension to it. They don't taste like bog standard barbecue potato chips. I can appreciate that. Now, all that said, folks, would I get them again? Would I recommend them? Because 2 questions have to be asked. I forgot to mention that part. Kinda and kinda. Here's the thing. Would I get these again based off of taste? Yes, they taste good and I like them. Would I get these again based off the fact that they're not fried and all that stuff? Maybe. I mean, that could be a selling point, I suppose. You know, it's not a huge thing for me, but, you know, healthier snacks tend to be a good thing. I'm down with that. However, if I'm going to go buy a big old bag of these things and I'm going to get, like, I don't know, 17 chips in the whole damn bag, that's a real point of contention for me. Taste-wise, I like them. Quantity-wise, I definitely don't like them. Texture-wise, they are a bit off-putting. Because, again, I bite into them and immediately I think rice cakes. I'm not saying the rice cakes are horrible or anything. I actually used to like them quite a bit as a kid. My grandparents used to eat them every now and again. I'd be like, ooh, rice cakes. These days, not quite as excited about the rice cakes, but it's one of those things I could see learning to live with if I ate them more on the regular. Because it's not a bad texture, like I said, it's just, my brain is like, why are you eating a rice cake? You're only 36. Don't we eat these when we're, you know, the mythical age of like 67 that we'll certainly never live to? As for recommending them, they're tasty. Taste-wise, they're good. Texture is a little weird if you've never had them before, but it's certainly doable. And, you know, again, if you're looking for, you know, a snack that's, again, maybe a little bit healthier, again, I'm not saying yay or nay on that. Do your research. Maybe there's something to look into. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Spectacular rest of the week. Monumental rest of the month. Stupendous rest of your folks. You can go over there and have yourselves a truly rice cake-tastic rest of your life? No, that would not be a good life. I mean, rice cakes live forever, though. I don't think I've ever heard of rice cakes going out. Oh, my brain is sweating through my brow. Just don't have a rice cake-tastic rest of your life. That's not a good life to have. Barbecue-tastic rest of your life. There you go. Even if you're not into meat and stuff like that, you can barbecue other stuff. Barbecue tastes good. I'm done, folks. I'm done for the day. Final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, now it's the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole, especially when you're hot and you're sweaty and you went over there and got some mayonnaise on your Steel Dawn t-shirt in a previous review, and you're like, Raz of Fraz, and I just got this out of the wash. I'm going to have to wash it again. But that's all right. That's what washing machines are for. It's important even when we run into situations that are stressful, frustrating, etc. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks. Do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try yourself out some Popchips. Maybe you're going to be like, yeah, these do kind of taste like rice cakes. That's a little weird, but maybe you're going to go over there. You're going to keep eating them because you're like, all right, fuck it. I paid for them. And, you know, I only had to buy like 37 bags to get the equivalent of a normal bag of chips. But fuck it. We'll do with it. And maybe you'll go over there and find the sweet potato variety that they used to have, which I haven't seen in years. I don't know if it exists anymore. But maybe you'll have that, and you'll go over there, hit me up in the comments, be like, Brandon, I found the sweet potato ones. They're located here, and blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, yeah, and I go over there, and I show up, but it turns out it's a trap. Now I have to go over there and kung fu fight my way out of the situation. And just as it looks like I'm about to lose, that's when you show up, and it turns out that it wasn't you who set up the trap the whole time, and now you're here to kick ass with me. And we go over there, we fight them all off, and at the end, we celebrate with some sweet potato pop chips, because those were good. Or conversely, I don't know, go play the game Double Dragon. That's kind of what the premise was, right? Sounds like it. Bye.